Do you know what? Before I even talk about this movie, I gotta talk about the marketing campaign for it because it was horrible. I saw literally one trailer before going into this, and it was all crazy, weird action and from the director of Mad Max Fury Road, and that is not at all what this movie is. I kid you not, in all of the posters, the trailer that I saw anyway, and a couple of the Instagram things I saw, they highlight that weird freaky spider thing, which, granted, it's striking. It's in one scene. It's a good scene. It's a weird scene. I like the scene, but it's in one scene. Like, why are we focusing on that? All that said, my philosophy on film has always been and will always be, don't judge a movie by your expectations. Judge it by what it is. And I gotta tell you, I think I loved this movie. Granted, it's not Mad Max. It's not Mad Max with magic. It's more of a character study. It has a lot more in common with the Before trilogy than it does Mad Max. Not to mention, the pacing can be kind of rough sometimes. I found myself a couple of times in this movie just kind of going, okay, what are we doing? Why are we here? Not that I'm not interested in these characters or in what's happening to them or any of that, but what is this? I actually thought the movie was ending like 4 times before it did, and each of those endings I thought was pretty unsatisfying, which, I mean, they weren't the ending, so that's on me a little bit, but also, I mean, the pacing is just very different from anything I've seen in a long time. Actually, I think that's a really good description for this movie. Very different. Like, it's completely different from anything I've ever seen on a visual level, on a story level, on a pacing level. It doesn't always totally feel like a traditional film, and in that way, I think it's probably at fault in some ways. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect story, and it's not a perfect film, but I couldn't help myself from caring about these characters, about what they were talking about, the stories they were telling, what was going to happen in the future. I was invested. Not just that, but it gave me something to think about. I feel like as much as I love the MCU, and I do, I'll do a whole series of videos on them at some point, there's not a ton to think about, and I love a movie that can make you think and present new ideas to you. Show you something you've never seen before, something you couldn't have even imagined, but maybe someone crazy like George Miller could. At the end of the day, 3,000 Years of Longing is a journey. It's weird, it's flawed, absolutely, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. I think if you go in with an open mind and just take whatever the movie's going to show you, I think you could really love it. I certainly do. Thanks for checking this video out and my channel. If you'd like to see more from me, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the little bell, hit a gong, do a little dance. I don't know, do whatever you want. I'm not your dad. Comment below what movies you want me to cover next, and I'll catch you next time.